What is going on, YouTube? Here is a Chromie's cover of her talents and abilities. Okay, so first we'll take a little look at her skins. This is her default skin. Nothing serious, just a little robe and little buns in her hair. You know, different colors. Kind of digging that red. Once I get that red unlocked, it's probably the one I'll keep. Her master skin. Some cool shit. She's got some wings. That's pretty sweet. Again, red looks better than the default. This one, yeah, purple. This one, purple's where it's at. And then we've got Fell Queen Chromie. Looks good there. Ooh, little pink action. Cool little skull on the back. And then the red. I don't know. I kind of like the red, the darker one on this one. Seems a little bit more legit to me. Alright, so let's break down her abilities here. She has Sandblast, and it's really quick. If you watch my video where I'm playing her, the ability goes really fast. When you first start playing her, you kind of want to throw it at everything, but it'll only hit heroes, so don't waste it on mobs or minions or anything like that. Dragon's Breath. This one is a really cool ability. It's kind of like Blizzard, but it only drops one, and it's really pretty quick. There's no warning. It just kind of drops. You get like a second to get out of it, and that's it. And it does a fair amount of damage. It starts at 440 damage. Then Time Trap. This one's a little bit trickier to get off. I think you got to kind of put it in places where you know enemies are going to run through. When I was playing the bots, it was kind of hard to determine where they're going to run through because they don't really run through the bushes, you know. So it's a little bit different, but we'll get some players going, and we'll see what's going on. Time Walk, you get you're one level ahead of everyone else as far as the talent goes. Slowing Sands was really cool. Doesn't take a whole lot of mana. You know, it gets progressively slower as it goes, and it's 4 mana per second, which is a pretty good deal. And Temporal Loop just kind of sends that person back to where they were beforehand. So this I could see putting a lot of pressure on maps where you kind of want to keep people out of certain areas. And this I could see being really powerful if you've got high DPS, high burn, and you need to just kill the healer or kill the tank because you want to get them out of the way. You can send them back to where they were. If they were in too deep, you can just send them right back in the middle of everybody. As far as her talents go, okay, on one, she's got 4 different talents you can choose from. You got Compounding Ether. After hitting 25 heroes with Sandblast, increase its damage by 100. That's pretty cool. Deep Breath. Every time Dragon's Breath hits a hero, increases damage by 2 up to 50. After you completed that, after you've hit 25 heroes, increase the damage by an additional 150, and also increase your sight radius by 100%. So this is a pretty sweet ability. You know, because this can hit anything. This is only going to hit heroes. Time Walker's Pursuit, Gather. We all kind of know what this is. You get your mana regen by 0.1 up to 1.5. After gaining 15 globes, you also gain 5% ability power. So that's pretty cool. Peer into the future, basically reveal an area on the map. Nothing too fancy there. Piercing Sands. So this is when you get level 3. Piercing Sand. Sandblast hits 2 targets. Kind of sweet because usually heroes are kind of bunched up. But, you know, are you constantly going to be able to hit 2 targets, or will one of the other talents kind of play out a little bit better? Bronze Talons increase your basic attack range by 35%. Using a Sandblast increases the damage of your next basic attack by 250%. So my basic attack was probably hitting for, I think, around 60. You know, so that would be kind of cool, you know, because it would increase it by 250%. After using Sandblast, but it's just your next basic attack. So that's kind of there. Increase the radius of Dragon's Breath by 25%. I would say out of these 3, this one is probably the strongest because you're going to hit 2 targets instead of 1 with your ability. And this one is probably second up, and this one, if you can time it right, would be kind of cool. But I would, depending upon the map, I'd probably either do this one or this one. Depends upon if I'm going to be throwing down a lot and laning. I'll probably want Enveloping Assault. If I'm going to be more into team fights, or it's more of a team fight map, probably do Piercing Sands. Level 6, you get Mobus Loop. Reduces Dragon's Breath mana cost and cooldown by 50%, but also reduces its damage by 25%. Okay, Dragon's Breath damage. Dragon's Eye. Dragon's Breath does 25% more damage to enemies in the center. Well, that's kind of cool. And then Chrono Sickness and basically snares them. Reduces time traps cooldown by 50% after the stasis ends. Enemies slowed by 40% for 3 seconds. Again, I think this one would be really good. I mean, you kind of got to play her in a role where you can kind of control people. Getting people to hit this is going to be the hardest part. But if you can put it on, where people are going. Let's say you're playing the Blackbeard map and people are going to be turning in. Well, you can kind of place that around. You only get one though, so it's not like you can place them all over the map. I think the Dragon's Eye sounds a little bit cooler to me. It does more damage to the people in the center. And these are your 2 ultimates. Get them at level 9. Kind of cool, huh? Slowing Sands is really nice. It doesn't take a whole lot of mana. You can deny people areas of the map pretty well, or snare a ton of people in the middle of it, Temporal Loop, like I said before, if you've got high single target DPS on your team, it might be good to go with, so you can kind of control the person you want to kill. If that person's really trying to escape, boom, you can hit them and they're going to be done. So, level 12, Bye Bye, reduces her stone cast time by 75%, and it is not interrupted by taking damage. Well, that is pretty epic. I don't want that on some other characters, but... Reaching through time, increase Sandblast and Dragon's Breath range by 25%. Timeout, make you invulnerable for 7 seconds, can be reactivated to end the effect early. Okay, that's cool. 7 seconds is a long time. You just kind of sit there in stasis mode, though, so... I'd probably go with the damage, honestly. Increase Sandblast and Dragon's Breath range by 25%. It's not damage increase, but I like to have more range so that I'm farther away from people when I'm attacking them. If it's a heavy melee team, I may want timeout so that I don't, so I can avoid getting just trained on, because she dies pretty quick. Level 15, Shifting Sands. Hitting an enemy hero with Sandblast increases your ability powder by 10% for the next 10 seconds. Awesome. This bonus can be stacked up to 50%, and the duration is refreshed whenever your damaged enemy hero... Oh, that's cool. So if you're in a good team fight and you're constantly hitting with Sandblast, you're constantly going to be stacking that up. That is awesome. Sandblast travels at least 75% of its base distance and hits a hero. Its cooldown is reduced by 1 second. And Quantum Overdrive. Activate to increase ability power by 25% for 10 seconds. And so you got Arcane Power here, and you got Shifting Sands here. Heavy team fight map, Shifting Sands would be the way to go, I would think. If you can constantly be in a team fight, you can keep this up. You're going to have a lot more ability power bonus. This is a pretty short cooldown, though, and if you're kind of, one part of the map, other part of the map, and you're not going to be getting that many hits in, I think Quantum Overdrive would work well for that, too. So each situation is going to have its different ability. Pocket of Time, this is your level 19 talent, so you can pick Pocket of Time, removes Slowing Sands mana cost and increases the slow from 50% to 70%. So you can basically just keep that down on the ground. Temporal Loop hits all enemy heroes near the initial target. Oh. Past and future me after casting Sandblast, leave an echo of yourself behind. The next time you cast Sandblast, the echo also casts an untalented Sandblast that does 50% damage. You gain 3 charges of Time Trap and can have 3 active at once. When your cooldown finishes, you can gain 3 charges at once. Awesome! So, I'm thinking Pocket of Time is going to be one of the more popular ones. This one is kind of cool that it leaves a marker of you out there. And this one could be kind of interesting to play with, being that you have 3 charges of Time Trap. You could really block up a lane. So those are her talents, her abilities. If you haven't played her yet, go check out the public test realm, and then you can play her and have a little bit of fun. Otherwise, thanks for watching. You guys have a good day.